Okay, we have game one here, and I will be updating the draft. I will be adding a draft overlay and just. I gave Insania MVP and last cycle, and apparently he's mad about that.
Apparently he's mad about that?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Why would he be mad about getting MVP?
I don't know.
That makes no sense.
I don't really understand it either, but oh well. We have a Scrimcast, and does you happy?
Aw, yeah.
This is what you've always wanted.
Yeah. I finally found what I'm looking for in this scrimmage match. Dude, I want Null to win so badly. Don't get me wrong, SynC's a great team, but they've won 3 cycles in a row now, and Nullstone is our greatest hope as far as Americans go.
I agree with that. I haven't been that impressed with Night Raid. I mean, they're good, I guess, but not that good. I don't know.
Agreed.
They're
Oh man, I hope
okay.
they get the Oogie, man. The Oogie would be beast.
This is what happens when we jump into games without any preparation, because I don't have my overlays, and now I don't know what to do.
I wouldn't worry about that. I don't think anybody's gonna ghost.
Speaking of ghosting, I didn't even turn on the delay.
Yo, check out Twitch chat.
Yeah, I did. I responded to it. What happened to Twitch chat? You mean New McNoob?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Did you not see the response I gave to him?
No, I had to reload it.
I did indeed. Okay, my overlays are done, so I'm sorry about the fact that we basically haven't done anything on this game yet, but I wanted to make it look a little bit mediocre. Anyway, Scrimcast, SynC versus Null. We don't do this ever.
No,
Too
but
bad.
this is fucking badass, I
Right?
gotta say. SynC is the best team, and Nullstone
Yes.
is America's best team. So we have basically the invasion of the Brits from back in the 18th century.
But in reverse, because
Right.
uh,
They're meeting halfway across the ocean in this battle.
okay, that's a terrible place to hold a concert.
Mm. Mm.
Do you notice the name of this game?
Yeah.
Oh, Bucks. I was expecting
Now,
more from them, man, in that
they
tournament.
first picked Bombardier.
Yes, they did.
SynC first picked Bombardier. They
They
gotta be
first
messing
picked
around.
Bombardier. Yeah, I mean, I don't know
They
what the
gotta
hell
feel
that
pretty
is.
confident. I like
But
seeing Bombardier. It's a really fun hero to watch.
yeah, I'm not sure if he's viable. Like with No Tail playing him, that worked. That was forever ago.
Mm-hmm.
Such a skill shot hero. Like he's got no targeted things, and there's the delay on his ultimate. He can do a crap ton of damage if
He's like
everything
Chipper.
lines up.
Yep.
It is like Chipper a little bit. I think the global adds something, but the problem is the rockets don't, or they travel quite a bit faster than the bomb, and Chipper's
Right.
burst damage is a little bit better. I think like Bombardier's damage takes a while to go off with the bomb, so
Right.
it's a bit of an issue. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I first pick though, yeah, it certainly seems weird. I don't know if maybe Nullstone ran a Bombardier last game. Seemed like you were paying attention to the lineups a little bit, while I was totally not.
Right. The Bombardier is SynC trying to show Null that they're not scared at all. Like, they're saying, yeah, we first picked Bombardier, fuck you. Seriously, that's it. There's no other explanation for
It's
it.
probably exactly what it is. It's like we can do stupid things like first pick Bombardier because we don't respect you, really,
Because
as
we're the
a
fucking best and
as
you
an
guys ain't
opponent.
got anything on us. Right. Right.
I mean, at this point, I do kind of feel like I don't want to go as far as say SynC doesn't respect any of their opponents, but I do feel like they are bordering on that. Like they're like, Yeah, we're better enough that we don't really have to try that hard. I mean, they're playing scrims. I'm not saying they're not trying or they're not working hard. They certainly are, and they certainly work really hard to get where they are. I
Hmm.
just, and they're right. Like, they are far enough ahead of everybody else. Certainly, it seems like that they can sort of do some stuff like this, especially in a scrim, and probably still win. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty try-hard lineup from the Hellborn team, and you gotta leave aside first picking Bombardier.
Right. Yeah, Glacius, Bubbles, Tempest, huge AoE magic presence.
Right. Kraken Ultimate. We'll cancel Tempest Ultimate, of course, if I assume it is going to be Mickey who plays that, although Keizu plays a lot of Kraken too, and he's very good with it, so
I
wouldn't
think
be
it's
surprised.
Flensmeister that plays Kraken most of the time,
It's Keizu and
isn't it?
Mickey. No, it's Keizu and
Well,
Mickey.
hmm.
Depending on what role they put the Kraken in, it's Keizu and Mickey. But Keizu's Kraken, I think, is actually a little bit better than Mickey's. He does do a little bit better. I don't know if that's just because he's got a superior, like, you know, laning situation because they put him suicide, and that lets them do more stuff with Mickey or what, or if Kraken just is a better hero in Keizu's hands and Mickey doesn't feel that comfortable with it, I don't know. But I think Keizu's numbers are a little bit better on the Kraken. This is a sort of
Fair enough.
situation where I can actually remember things that are stats and it means something because I'm not a bunch of gold division teams. I don't know what the hell that means, but
Now, SynC is banning Kinesis,
yep,
Pharaoh, and Vindicator.
yep.
Here's the thing. Those heroes are good counters for Null's team. So SynC should be looking to pick up either Pharaoh or Vindicator, but they're banning them instead.
Yep.
So just another, fuck you right to their face.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
All right, fourth pick, Madman.
I want to see a Gemini or Oogie. If Chris plays Gemini or Oogie, I will be very pleased.
Which Chris?
Chris, as in Beaverbanger Chris.
So what you got's name is also Chris.
Yeah, I only know one guy that can jungle Oogie, and he's not even that good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, the bans are very strange. Rhapsody, though, getting to the second ban, or the fourth ban, really, of the second banning stage. Man, you tell people that a hero goes 8 and 14 in one cycle, and they just stop picking it.
Right.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I doubt that's the case. I think people are probably just kind of sick of playing Rhapsody, and they realize, okay, yes, I know how to play Rhapsody. Playing Rhapsody in a scrim, not useful. That's just not helpful. So, yeah. Anyway, the other thing I want to mention too is I'm going to upload this as game 2 because this is game 2 of the series. Game 1 we didn't cast. Sorry guys. I guess we could replay cast it. Probably in the pub games. Huh, we could go back and do that if we want.
Sure.
Let's see how much time we have, or how long they're going to scrim for. Because at some point I have a baseball game to go to, but that's fine. I've got hours before that is a thing. Anyway, Gauntlet, fourth pick there for the Hellborn team, and that's going to provide them some nice initiation potential and some gank burst presence as opposed to the rest of their generally teamfight oriented lineup.
I really like that pick. I think that was the perfect pick for them. I don't think I've never seen Cholo Simone play Gauntlet before, but he's a good enough player to where I can trust him to play pretty much any hero effectively. That guy is insanely good. Arachna?
Yeah, spiders, man.
What?
Is this going to be a
Bombardier and
support bomb?
Arachna.
Yeah, it's a support bomb. I thought that might happen. Because
For
they were
the
soft
Madman.
picking other stuff.
So he's gonna sticky bomb the Madman. Madman runs up. Wow.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting idea.
Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna work. Bombardier is not a good support hero at all.
You could do it with this Madman. You could do it with the Oaf.
Yes, Gemini.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Gemini. So,
This
Beaverbanger
Hellborn
gonna be
draft
playing.
is so good. I would not be surprised to see Null win this, despite the fact that they're versing SynC eSports.
Well,
SyNC's
you look
team-
at the drafts.
Yeah. What is an Arachna going to do against all that magic presence apart from her Carapace? You know, like that Tempest ulti's going to crush her. That Bubbles ulti's going to crush her.
What skin is best?
Let's get it on.
Oh, Flens. You crazy
Flens.
bastards.
Classic Flens.
Oh well, last pick Gemini. Yeah, this is kind of a try-hard lineup here from Nullstone.
Oh, I can't blame them. They're versing SynC. You have to try hard.
Yeah.
The thing I really like about Null, apart from the fact that they're the best US team, is that they don't pick your average carries that you see in almost every
That's
game.
true.
To catch teams like SynC off guard, you need to pick carries that they're not really prepared for. And Gemini and Oogie, two heroes which Chris plays extremely well, aka Beaverbanger, are heroes that you're just not prepared for, especially Oogie, man. Teams don't know what the hell to do against the hero.
I think they are prepared. I mean, they saw Oogie against with Dawn in Cycle 1, so it's not like they've never seen this hero before. And
Right.
yeah, I'm not sure if Ceratoss is as good as Beaverbanger with it. Although, to be fair, he might be better. I don't really know. It's hard to tell. But they've seen Gemini. Like, TUS played Gemini in CIC when Beaverbanger was on Last of Us. And Swiftlane played it as well on that team. So they've seen this hero for a while now. I think it popped up even a little bit before that. So it's not like this is completely unknown to them.
Mm-hmm.
So whether or not this catches them off guard, I don't know if that's really accurate. I think it's more accurate to say they're not used to facing it. They probably know how to deal with it. It's just that they're not really completely used to facing it. Now Bubble's going to have to eat his way through the trees, as Flens is really chasing him down here. And Slap's going to walk over. I'm not sure why he's not just trading auto attacks, but Bubbles eventually will have to use a Shell Surf. Uses a bit of regen there as well, and he's not going to have a great time in this lane, I guess. Although, I mean, Spider's not going to do too much to him. So, after that initial harassment, perhaps he will be okay, but Slap walking over here and continuing to beat on him a little bit. But, oh no.
It looks like, yeah, Glacius has their own top because they're doing the aggressive dual lane.
Yep. And this is something we've been seeing more and more as well, too. A lot less suicide, even with jungle lineups. We've been seeing some aggressive dual lanes and solo mids.
Right. If there's one way to shut down Nullstone Gaming, it's to prevent Beaverbanger from farming, and that's what SynC's doing right here.
It's the new Axia Bombardier skin, by the way. For those of you who didn't play Plinko this cycle.
Pretty sure everybody played Plinko this cycle,
Apparently
myself included.
Price pool went down from 34k last cycle to 25k this cycle. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
We saw a drop for the first time. I think it'll go back up, and possibly people were just saving their gold coins because we got Scoria Magnus and Gunclaw Gunblade.
Yeah.
That was a terrible bomb. What are you doing, Insane?
Mind games from both of them. Now, what is Glacius doing here? Drents is just hanging out.
Yeah. Well,
maybe they're waiting for the Tempest? Okay, they're waiting for the Tempest.
Yeah.
They're going to try to kill Bombardier.
He wants to party, but word of sight coming out, so they know what's going to happen. Yeah, nice word of rev. Actually, we'll counter that. Ice Imprisonment onto Bombardier. He's not going to take the stun, though, as it was just out of
Tempest
range.
coming around.
Yeah.
Tempest is going to get him.
Is he? I'm not so sure. And now
He's
Insane.
There's no way Bombardier can get out of here.
Yeah,
He doesn't have enough mana.
Side. Glacius just barely gonna live. No! Get the Bloodlust!
Yes!
Trents!
Bombardier's going to fall too. This is huge
Yes.
for Nullstone.
Oh, that's so bad.
Oh, man.
The Ice Imprisonment under the tower, and Keizu going for the play, and he couldn't quite get it.
Big greed coming out from SynC eSports.
Yeah.
And Keizu's mana potions right there, just hanging out in the lane.
They can't see it, I don't think, because he dropped it on the ground. Because you can only see mana pots, health pots, and stuff like that if they drop from the courier. So, and the courier did not die, right? No. That would have been really bad, but hilarious. Anyway.
It was already hilarious enough. Bubbles is having to hide, though, against the solo Arachna. Nothing Fuzzy Slop can do.
I'm kind of surprised about that. Like, they're both ranged. He should be able to sit behind the wave and, you know, attack pretty
Perhaps.
okay.
Arachna's one of those heroes that wins almost every 1v1 matchup. It's like a Gunblade or a Gravekeeper. You're so frustrated because its distance is huge, its auto attack damage is ridiculous.
And of course, the slowing means it's difficult to run away.
Right. And looks like Fuzzy Slot's looking for Ophelia, maybe ganking middle. I don't see what I can do against this Kraken, though.
Just perhaps get Gauntlet a little bit more lane control and help him in this lane a little bit harder. If he's not doing anything in bottom lane, he might as well rotate because he's not
We're gonna wait till
be
Gauntlet
able
has
to do.
another. Go ahead.
No, I was Just saying, they're not, like, it's not like Bubbles do anything bottom. Oh, Courier! Courier! Upgrade it! Upgrade the Courier! Nope. Don't upgrade the Courier. Steal all sorts of stuff. He stole the bottle. No,
Oh, man.
No bottle. He stole... What do you steal?
I want to say this is a big star
Just a
from
mana
Null,
pot? Yeah, I think he
but
stole a mana pot.
SynC is still ahead in golden XP.
And that's actually his lapsed Amulet of Exile. This Kraken already had a bottle, so I'm not even let him. Sure
That's a
about
big
that.
hindrance.
Yeah. And Kraken gonna get charged, hooked back,
Wow.
but he charged Gauntlet. Takes an Infernal Instability to the face. So yeah, 3-0 in favor of Nullstone Gaming, yet the gold experience is actually very even.
Yeah.
So, looking at the creep score here, 24, 23, 26 for the top three on the Legion side, 12, 22, and 15 for the top one on the Hellborn side. As Gemini really hasn't been CSing all that well in the top lane.
No. KZ's farming extremely well. He has 320 GPM in the long lane.
Despite the fact that he got bloodlusted.
Yeah, that doesn't make much sense. I don't know why Chris isn't ahead.
Because he's bad.
I don't know about that.
And K's actually
And
gonna
then
get a
hiding
mana
in the shop.
pot here. He's really low on mana, does not have enough for a stock.
Oh, come on, look at
How
that
do they
stock
not,
there.
yeah, how do they not check that space?
He's gonna be fine. Wow.
That's really not good.
Nope.
That probably should have been a kill. And he will stalk away.
Now they realize.
Yeah. They're looking for a stun, but looks like Beaverbanger doesn't really want to go for it. Anyway, so 360 gold on this gauntlet now, as Kraken's at 330, so he is now winning middle lane. But top lane, you look at Gemini, 291 GPM, 280 on Madman, so he's doing just fine. And in the bottom, Arachna's at 316 compared to Bubbles at 115. So it's being substantially won by the Legion side. Jungle, in the meantime, Zlop's only at 150 gold per minute. So
Yeah, not getting his ammo is going to be a huge hindrance to his early mentoring.
that's fair.
Cholo's got the highest GPM in the game. It's at almost 400 GPM, only 6 minutes in.
Yeah, sorry, let's change some volume settings. Apparently, Noob saying my volume is a little bit too loud on any game, which is fine. We can deal with that. And Ophelia, taking some damage, but yeah, she's
Bubbles
still
here with the double
farming
damage.
very well. And they're gonna try to jump this Kraken. He is level 6, so here's Louise the Kraken. Gauntlet level 7, and Mickey is getting somewhat effectively shut down. He's still at 300 plus GPM. Gauntlet blast there,
Heal.
and he's gonna silence
He's gonna
that.
drop.
Should be pretty easily dead, but yeah, Fuzzy Sloth gonna die in the counter kill.
Right on Fuzzy Sloth's face. That was unfortunate, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's still advantageous for the Hellborn side. Not only do they get more gold out of the kill, they also get the experience, of course. But
Yeah.
in the meantime, Flensmeister just freeforming the bottom lane.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, he only has 340 GPM. I feel like he should be getting a little bit higher than that, but that's going to be deadly because Arachna is one of those heroes that snowballs.
He does have the highest CS score in the game right now, and I think it was perhaps because he was focusing a lot of his attention on trying to focus or force out the bubbles. And this is the broken part about Arachna. You can prevent the tower from aggroing on you by queuing the bubbles because it considers it a spell instead of like a right click.
Right.
Which is kind of dumb. But I guess that's what Han decided to do with it. Anyway, middle lane once again, Kraken gonna get jumped as he's gonna get hooked back up the cliff, and he's in a lot of trouble. Easily gonna fall here. Yeah, tower actually gonna help finish him off as Gauntlet ends up being credited with the kill. Nice charge attempt there from Mickey. If he hadn't taken quite so much damage, he actually might have lived.
Right. Mickey's farming surprisingly well despite being at a 1 in 3 disadvantage.
He's 310 GPM still, so the fact that he's that far up at 1 in 3 is kind of insane. And top lane, Madman putting a pretty good amount of harassment of this Gemini, and Drent's coming in with actually a haste rune, and a stun will not hit. Beaverbanger not quite able to line it up there. I'm not sure where Drent's is going, but I would like to see him. I guess not going to try to harass it a little bit, just going to use the haste rune and head back to base. Meanwhile, bottom lane getting pushed in, as both Bombardier and Ophelia have rotated over.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Tempest coming in for...
Yeah, top lane they did use a dust, and Madman got hit by it, but they don't really want to do anything more with that. Tempest does his mana ring, of course, not a huge surprise. What you got actually, 260 GPM. It's a little bit low for him, I feel like. I mean, I've often seen him substantially above that. So
Yeah.
one of the better Tempest players in the scene right now, I think, and not having the greatest time in the woods, especially considering he has 2 assists. I do feel like he should be farming more than that. Notable, the Ancients are triple stacked for the Hellborn Seed team, so Bubbles, of course, when he gets forced to the lane like that, can still do some things.
Yeah, they need to drop Flensmeister as soon as they possibly can.
And Bubbles does have Kelpfield here, so yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Gauntlet rotate bottom, or perhaps even Gemini / Glacius, Tempest, somebody from this top lane.
Right. I'm really curious to see what item build Arachne goes for, because she's super susceptible to ganks. I mean, she does have that hardened carapace. It's definitely a good ability against magic-based heroes. But against like Gauntlet, Tempest, Bubbles, all that CC, I don't know.
Right. Ophelia finishing up a mana ring at 10 minutes on top of red boots, so she's as badly as Tempest might be suffering, she's suffering worse. 115 GPM for her here. And yeah, I mean, Shroud's a popular build. I don't think that really works this game between the Freeze and the Tempest hole. I guess it could be okay. But honestly, I'd rather just leave the ganking up to the rest of his team. Go for more of like a real carry build, maybe get a Geometer's Bane or a Savage Mage or something like that.
Right. Double damage
again,
Madman.
Yeah, he's
might
getting
fall
frozen.
Here.
And he's sort of trying to look to turn stuff around.
Tempest.
Yeah, Tempest Hole. Nope, not even going to use it quite yet. I would imagine it's going to get used. Nope, he's going to get Freeze. That's me enough, so...
Freeze kill.
He doesn't have it, actually. What you got does
Yeah.
not have an ultimate. When did he use it? Did you catch
Oh,
that?
it's on cooldown.
I'm saying, yeah, when did he use it?
He didn't. I mean, it's not on cooldown.
It is now. It wasn't a second ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Accidental, maybe? Tempest tend to do that a
The
lot,
Legion have
so I didn't
destroyed
catch
a
it.
Hellborn tower.
I was thinking he was going to use the ultimate on Madman just to make sure he didn't get away, but then I looked at it and I'm like, oh, it's on cooldown, so that's not going to work.
I just don't know what SynC's going to do in these team fights, man. I mean, their team fight presence is 0 to none. They've got nothing except for that Kraken ulti. You know, the Kraken ulti, Bomb ulti, and Ophelia ulti, but that's about it, man. Madman and Arachne aren't going to have that much presence. I mean, Arachne is going to be able to single target somebody down fairly effectively, but apart from that, I don't know, they're going to struggle.
Yeah. I never count out SynC, you know?
Yeah, I'm not counting them out at all. I'm just saying their team fight presence is seriously lacking. So if they want to win a team fight, they're going to have to pull a miracle out.
Yeah. That's true. I mean, on the other hand, they are slightly ahead in gold and just a little bit behind in experience. Top lane, meanwhile, they are, locking down this Madman, and they will kill him. Bombardier, so close to countering.
Dropping Tempest to 26 HP.
Yeah. And that's something that we hadn't talked about yet either. There's a nice interaction between, actually, Bomb has the phase boots. And he'll get frozen here, but he's not going to take too much else. I did not realize he had Ghost Marchers on Bombardier.
Yep.
Where's Insania been?
What do you mean?
Like, what's he been doing? Has he just been farming with Ophelia in the woods?
He's been helping out Ophelia quite a bit in the jungle. So yeah.
We haven't talked about it in forever. He left top lane a long time ago and really never went to a lane. But anyway. That's something we haven't talked about is Bombardier's interaction with Tempest. Usually that's a I'm on your team type of thing, but dropping a bomb ult on top of a Tempest ultimate is
right.
pretty dangerous. So
yeah.
I'm not sure if I really can we can't call it a counter pick because they first picked the bomb and then they picked Tempest into bomb, but
I wouldn't say Bombardier's a counterpick to anything,
no.
really.
Not really.
And that's being nice about it.
I mean, like, you look at him. Is Thunderbringer just straight up better, do you think?
Than Bombardier?
Yeah. Because they're
Um,
kind of similar heroes. Bombardier's got the
Neither hero's-
stun and the slow,
yeah.
but they both have consistently high burst magic or magical damage output. They've got global ultimates is basically what I'm going with this. The difference is TV is pretty much all targeted, while Bombardier isn't, which makes it just a lot harder to play bomb.
Right. Well, I don't really like either heroes. I don't think either are very good at the moment. But TB, I favor TB. TB's damage is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, there is no hero in this game that does as much damage as that hero.
Yeah.
But he has
That's
no
true.
defense mechanisms, and he has no CC. So, I mean, if you want to call his 75 movement speed for 3 seconds a defensive skill, go right ahead. But for the
And-
amount of mana it costs,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ooh, Bomb just barely going to avoid the hook. And Bubble's going to throw in the Shell Surf and the Kelp Field, so they will get the kill. They also use the Gauntlet Blast there. And they end up taking
Wow.
out Bomb, but cost him a couple of ultimates. And in the mid lane, meanwhile, Kraken dropped the ultimate right onto Fuzzy Sloth's head, so that's that wasn't great.
Yeah, Mickey's got it out for Fuzzy Sloth this game. 2 Kraken ultis to the dome.
He does have a very early portal feed, so first on PK
Yeah.
on Kraken, and I quite like that. I mean, this lineup can very much go aggressive in the mid game.
The Hellborn
having
have
that portal
destroyed a
key
Legion
on-
tower.
Kraken is going to help him out a lot, and Hellborn finally taking their first tower, as Legion have already taken tier 1s in the bottom. And the middle lane, tier 2 being worked on in the meantime, in this bottom lane.
I don't know, man. I
Send
mean,
back. Oh,
Uh-oh.
Glacius! He's dead, and then Mickey gets sent back. That was excellent timing. Catman Champion Slow going to be there, as it looks like Spider's trying to get away. Gemini's real fast with that Energizer. And
Gemini's backing off. Or maybe he's just switching targets.
yeah. Kraken going to come back in here as he poured back to the tower, and he's going to drop everything on the Tempest, who's immediately going to fall. Did not ult, which was good, because it probably wouldn't have done very much. Now Bubble's trying to run away, and Shell Surf forward, but he actually gets Skeleton King net, so that could be a problem. Yeah, there you go, the Arachna Spider. Just starting the auto attacks and everybody, and the God Hope, but it's not helpful. Fuzzy's not going to die, and Gauntlet's also going to die. Looks like Gemini's in a lot of trouble as well, trying to split up, but that's not going to do too much, I don't think. They actually get... What is happening? Beaverbanger getting a double tap. They do finally kill him, but Drent's now going to have to retreat into his base. That Glacial Downpour did a whole bunch of damage, man.
Okay,
The
so
Legion
literally
has
1 minute
destroyed a
ago,
Hellborn
the
tower.
score was 7-1 in Null's favor.
Yep.
Now it's 10-7 after just a minute.
Yep.
What the hell is happening?
Nullstone were slightly ahead in gold and had a substantial experience lead, and now SynC have a pretty good gold lead and a pretty good experience lead. What's happening? These teams are
Vic
not
is
evenly
fucking
matched.
so
is What's
well.
happening?
Mickey is at 450 GPM after being 1-3 middle. How? That recovery is just insane.
These teams are not evenly matched. Like SynC eSports is just a substantially better team than Nullstone Gaming. But that's why you scrim.
Yeah, that's why he's scrim. And somehow Mickey's the highest level in the game.
Yep.
Wow.
I
What
mean,
a ridiculous good player.
he's been in the middle of all these fights. He's 4-3-3. He's got more kill involvement than anybody in the game. So
Yeah.
that's really what it's doing. He's got a bunch of experience from that. He's got a bunch of assist and kill gold. So actually, and even when he was starting out low, he was still 300 plus gold per minute with that 100 or 1-3 score. So
Right.
it's not like he was getting completely crushed in the lane. He wasn't at 200 GPM. And Madman gonna harass Gemini a little bit, but will run away. He's at 250. So after he had a really good start, he has fallen off a little bit, but that's just fine. Top lane Bubbles could perhaps be the target of some aggression. Mickey coming in here with
Invis
portal key.
Kraken.
Yeah, and throws the Kraken right on his face.
Oh no.
Keizu getting the kill with the barrel roll, but not a big deal. I'm not even sure if Keizu was necessary for that fight, but
What Mickey is doing is he is showing us cruel acts of discrimination against Fuzzy Sloth.
yep.
Every time, man, he just charges that Bubbles or ultis him right to the dome, and he immediately drops.
And they're going to use it to take this top tower. I mean, what they need is a big Tempest ultimate at this point.
Right.
They need Glacial Downpour on top of Tempest ultimate. And
Yeah, and what you got is the guy for the Tempest
Yeah.
ultimate. He's good at them, no doubt about it.
he is the guy that has hit those 4-man Tempest holes pretty consistently, and a couple of TPs coming in the middle lane. They will defend this. It's like right off the bat, Madman gonna take a whole bunch of damage, and they're gonna try to kill him, but he gets the stock off as the ultimate from Ophelia comes out. Glacial Downpour there will not be stopped, but he just dies. The entire Hellborn side is melting here. Beaverbanger trying to run away in the dual dog form, will jump back into his Gemini form, and looking for some way to use Twin Fangs to get perhaps up over a cliff. Gets slowed down here, but you can see off to the side, they already figured out what was going to happen. Spider is going to realize, yeah, he's right there. That's exactly what his plan was. So, nice communication from SynC there, realizing we can use 3 players to chase him down here and slow him, do as much as we can, and if he gets over the cliff, well, then there's a couple of players to greet him, and he will get killed. But another cleanup.
SynC is up by 10k golden experience now.
Oh, and they denied the tower, by the way. Just
Yeah.
why not?
3 minutes ago, they were down 7-1.
Yep.
7-1, Quincy. Now they're up 12-10. Unbelievable.
So what you're saying is SynC is a pretty good team. Charged Hammer on Spider.
They're okay, I guess. I've seen better.
I'm just gonna put this out there. Spider has lightning.
Yeah, lots of it too.
I approve.
And Kraken is a shrunken and Boruki within 20 minutes.
Well, he's only at 470 gold per minute, so it's fine. And Flensmeister are actually the top farm in the game now. As he is 4-0-2. That Charged Hammer helping him farm a little bit. I'm excited, man. I hope we see some more Arachna, and I hope we see some more Thunderclaw. Is he gonna die to Ancients here? No.
Onslaught.
Oh, people are dying. As well, Egot drops, getting caught. And the Kelpfield is there. Gauntlet not going to be able to land the hook, as Trello Simone hasn't been the greatest with that, but the Shrunken Head is up on Kraken, which means he's not going to get any damage from the Gauntlet Blast, and he will die on the Gauntlet. Looks like they will be able to get a counter kill onto Keizu. That's going to be about it, though. And, I mean, there's like, they don't even need people anymore. I mean, Flensmeister's taking their Hellborn's triple stacked Ancients, and they can clean up team fights with just 4 players. I don't... Ugh. This is pretty suffering. And the Legion lineup is so good in the mid-game, with the Kraken and the Madman and the Arachna and the Bombardier, even Ophelia. Hellborn's lineup is pretty mid-game oriented too, though. Like, Gauntlet's not going to be that much better as the game goes on. Bubbles is not going to scale all that well. They have the best carry in the Gemini, but when it gets to late game, they're going to be relying on the Tempest ultimate to get these team fights, because it's not like Arachna can't hold her ground as the game goes on. So
yeah, the Tempest ultimates are going to play a big factor, but never rule out the Bubbles ulti and the Glacius ulti too. Those are 2 really good CC tools that provide a little bit of damage on the side, which is pretty nice. But I don't know, I mean, Nullstone definitely has a superior draft to SynC. SynC's just outplaying them so hard at this point.
And Madman in the top lane gonna get caught out here. Noise Pulsing goes off. They finally do use Dust, and they will kill him. So it takes 3 heroes, but they managed to pick up a kill on Keizu.
That's important.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it might make the most sense to just start running a train.
Yeah.
Top lane. Gauntlet gonna bottle up an Illusion Rune.
I feel like Beaverbanger should be farming more.
They're gonna try to find this tower. There's the kill field onto Bombardier. Looks like he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. Insane gonna drop right off the bat here, and the rest of the Legion side are backing off. Arachna off the side, not really showing herself. Gauntlet does have Portal Key in 5 seconds, so they might actually have seen her. The courier's flying around, and she needs to be careful about this. Okay, that was an interesting Gauntlet hook. Energizer goes off there, but it looks like she will be okay as Oaf is there for backup, and
they should have gone on that. I don't know why they didn't. It was 3 against 5.
I think they're scared.
Yeah, they definitely are, but I don't know. There's no excuse to not take a 3v5 fight, especially when your team's at full life.
I also had a word of sight here, so they saw that Ophelia and Kraken were off to the side. They knew Insania was dead. I guess they figured Keizu could have been coming in somewhere, and speaking of him, he will be annoying them a little bit in this middle lane. As Legion look to push once again.
Something interesting to note is that SynC has complete map control. Like, They're forcing Null to stay close to their base, despite the fact that Null has a lot more wards down. SynC only has one ward up, and that's in this Nullstone's jungle, but it's almost going to run out. It has about 40 seconds left. I don't know. I feel like Nullstone's just getting really intimidated at this point, which is understandable. I mean, you're versing SynC eSports, but they have vision.
And it's just about the towers. Like, they can't feel safe farming the left side of their jungle because they don't have enough towers to support Gemini if he gets caught out there. And they don't really have the money, I don't think, on Drents to get the appropriate wards up. Currently sitting at, what,
I don't know, Drents is
gold?
farming 155 GPM, which is decent for a support, especially in Diamond Division. So he's not doing bad by any means.
Yeah, I guess so. Continuing to drop ward site here in the Hellborn Woods.
Can you please turn your leaf blower off, Quincy?
I actually can't. Is it really that awful?
It's not awful.
There's somebody, one of my neighbors apparently, is leaf blowing things.
You might as well just murder him.
Yeah.
Tell him you're casting right now. Tell him that there are actually important things going on in this world.
There's a really good chance that whoever's doing that does not speak English. Just saying.
It's quite a predicament.
I live in California.
Hey man, I lived in Arizona.
Yeah, so you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry about that, guys. It is a bit of a problem. I don't have a soundproof studio, which means not much I can do. In the meantime, SynC continues to be pretty much well in control of this game at about 15k gold and 12k experience, 25 minutes in. And bottom lane, they're going to try to do something with this Arachna, and gets pulled back in. Despite the newest blessing, she is in a lot of trouble.
Nice.
She will die, so...
That's what they needed.
Yeah. Nice jump there. Gauntlet Portal also obviously playing a pretty big role in the kill, and KZU trying to get some sort of counter.
Null needs to push bot right now. That tier 1 tower is still up, and they need to take that, get a little bit of map control back in their favor.
Yeah,
They're all sitting down here waiting.
The tower situation for Hellborn is pretty awful, especially considering they have a Tempest. They really just have not pushed very much. They took their first tower at like 15 minutes, and mid tower was denied, so not great.
Yeah.
Not with a hook, trying to catch out KZ in that little nook right there. Oh no, I'm so funny. Just so funny, you guys. You can't even stand it.
He'll be here all week, ladies and gentlemen.
I will be here all week. I have been here all week. Well, not Tuesday.
And SynC is still pushing bot, even with their hard carry down.
I mean, they don't really have anything to be afraid of. They know that they have massive jump potential with Mickey, and the rest of their team is actually farming pretty well. Nobody's below 200 gold per minute. And compared to the Hellborn side, just
I mean,
across
yeah.
the board, they're doing mediocre in general. Gemini only 400 gold per minute, and that's their top farmer.
SynC is farming ridiculously well. I don't ever see teams that are this... It's not evenly spread because two heroes are significantly above the others. But most of the heroes, apart from their support, are above about 290 GPM. That's ridiculous. That is something that you don't see very often.
Yeah. And it looks like Kongor going to be tempted to here by SynC as well. There is a word of sight from Drench that is definitely spawning this out, but there's nothing they can do about it. Instead, they're going to take this opportunity to counterpush the top lane. So Gemini going to try to take the tier 2 up there. But it's a token on Arachna, who also has a Geometer's Bane, so I'm going to assume, or a Firebrand, I assume that's going to be a Geometer's Bane, and not a Dawnbringer. Because I don't think that this modifier stacks, right?
Attack modifiers?
I don't think that you get the Ice Brand slow and the other slow, right? From her natural spider web thing.
Yeah, it's going to be Geometer's Bane, no doubt about it.
Kraken pick on a Bulwark, so he'll be looking for a Demonic Breastplate at some point. And Madman just finishing his Shrunken Head right there. Pushbook on Bombardier, Abyssal Skull, Astrolabe, Plated Greaves, Ring of Sorcery, Anophilia, so heavy support build for her.
Invis Gaunt looking to kill his Madman.
Yeah, but and he's got support from Gemini, but I doubt it's going to happen. There's the initiation. See how much burst damage they've got. Wow, it's enough.
Alright, so Beaver's
Massacre.
finally starting to get some farm back. He's about 430 GPM now, which is good. And they now have a hero lead as far as kills are concerned, but they're still behind by quite a bit of golden XP, 12k, 9k respectively.
One's Meister to make that worse.
Are you sure?
Agents.
Oh, right.
Presser Crusher going all the way around. Now he's back home. And he died. Home is where you die, people. That's the lesson you learn from Han.
Why don't you want to go to your home?
Remember when Adam Sandler made good movies?
Yeah, I remember that.
I'm gonna say it's probably controversial, but I think my favorite Adam Sandler movie is in fact The Longest Yard.
That was a damn good movie.
It was a really funny movie. Chris Rock helped a lot, but
yeah, for sure. The one of the opening scenes where he's driving his girlfriend's Bentley and he crashes it and gets out and like he still has the beer in his hand and he holds it up. That part was great.
I didn't spill my beer.
Yeah. Yeah, that Happy Gilmore. Oh, what else?
Billy Madison.
Yeah, Billy
Waterboy.
Madison. Yep. Waterboy was okay. I thought Billy Madison was a lot better.
I like Billy
Along with
Madison.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy
The
Gilmore is
Kill
my
List.
favorite movie.
Yeah.
Have you watched Funny People and/or Reign Over Me?
I've seen Funny People. I did not like it very much.
Really? I liked it a
Yeah,
lot.
I didn't think the humor was all that good.
It wasn't really a comedy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
For Seth Rogen and Adam Sandler being in the same movie, I felt like it should have been a lot more funny.
it wasn't a comedy, though. It was really a drama first.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. And Seth Rogen, it does do pretty well in drama movies.
And
Don't get me
Adam
wrong.
Sandler is a shockingly good dramatic actor. Like, he's very, very good at it. I haven't seen Punch Drunk Love, but that's gotten really good reviews. His Gauntlet's gonna miss out right there. But Reign Over Me is a movie he did with Don Cheadle, and it's a pure drama. Like, it's not a comedy at all. He's like a dentist, and his family died in 9/11, so not a lot of fodder for jokes there.
Right.
It's pretty fantastic, so go watch it.
Sure
Anyway,
thing.
I love Adam Sandler. And I would love him a lot more if he didn't keep making it so hard to do that.
With his grown-up movies. Grown Ups 1, Grown Ups 2.
I'm okay with those just because I like that cadre of actors. I like Kevin James, I like Chris Rock. Rob Schneider can go away. But,
As far as drama actors go, there are just so many good drama actors at the moment. And as far as comedic actors, I don't know, I feel like we're kind of lacking in that department. I mean, there are plenty
Yeah.
of comedies out there, but most of them are complete shit. Seth Rogen's one of those guys where if he's in a comedy movie, it's probably going to be pretty fucking good. This
it's gonna
is the
be
end
okay.
was fucking awesome.
This is the end was very good. I loved the premise of that movie. I felt like there could
Right.
be more. The problem is, like, I don't ever feel like Seth Rogen movies are anything other than let's just give you a whole bunch of gross out humor.
Mm-hmm.
And let's talk about dicks the whole time. Like, that's what he is, which is fine, and that's funny, but there's very rarely anything that's, like, actually witty in them. It's just, I don't know. I like my
There's some
comedies a
witty
little bit
humor,
more
Yeah,
complex than that.
right. But compared to like Bill Murray and other comedic actors from know a
Right, yeah.
decade ago or so, it's not on that level.
Right. And, I mean, like, my standard of comedy is, like, Monty Python. I love Monty Python. And I like you, Seth Rogen, but you're not Monty Python. I'm sorry. That's just... You're not even close.
English comedy then.
I do love myself some British comedies.
So did you like? No, those are two. I don't like those movies. Let's see what else.
But, I mean, there's plenty of American comedies that have been very good in the past couple of years, especially with NBC. I mean, Parks and Rec is fantastic. 30 Rock was one of the best shows. Scrubs was great.
Oh, Trailer Park Boys. Have you seen that before?
I have not.
The title sounds pretty misleading. I know. When I first heard the title, I was like, that show is gonna be terrible. But it's actually pretty fucking great.
What's it on? What's it on?
It's on Netflix. It's a Canadian comedy.
Oh. Canadians.
It's hilarious though. I mean, it's about the stupidest shit ever, but it's awesome.
That's fine.
The comedy's great. Like it's comedy like you've never seen before in America, but it's fucking fantastic.
I mean, it can be about stupid stuff. Like, people kept telling me to watch IT Crowd, other British comedy, and I did. I expected it to be like really highbrow and Monty Python-esque, but it's not. Like, it's very much a ridiculous comedy, but it's a great show. I haven't watched that either.
Right.
If you ever worked in IT, you need to watch that show because it's great.
I have a friend who would like that. Have you ever seen oh fuck, what was I just about to say? Totally slipped my mind. Give me a minute.
I think the one major disagreement you and I have is you really like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I think that's just a thoroughly mediocre show.
What?
How
many episodes have you seen? 'Cause
It's
there are some
never
bad
grabbed
episodes.
me. Like 5 to 10 at least, maybe more.
What? Kitten Mittens, that episode's great. There are plenty of good episodes. But there are some shitty ones as well.
I like Charlie Day, but I'm not a fan of Danny DeVito. I'm not a fan of whoever it is that plays
Dennis.
Dennis, yeah, that guy.
The Dennis system. But have you seen, or as far as actual comedians go, have you listened to Bill Hicks at all?
Yeah, okay, here's another one. I've listened to plenty of Bill Hicks, and he's a good comedian, but I don't think he's all that funny. He's very much a social observer as a comedian, and sometimes that can override his humor. It's like, so George Carlin is basically a god in the comedy world, which is entirely deserved. But George Carlin's early stuff is funny. Like, it's very clever and intelligent, and it's funny. Then you get to the last few albums he released before he died, and it's basically him just, like, yelling about things. It's not really funny. It's just like him calling a whole bunch of people an asshole, which I guess you could be into if you want, but his earlier stuff was much more, I'm going to say something that provides a commentary and be funny at the same time.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much George Carlin you've listened to, but like, Playing With Your Head is a very, very good album. That's a fantastic album. A Place for My Stuff is a great album. And then his last stuff, he basically just like starts to go on these stupid ass rants and talk about things that are disgusting because apparently he thinks I don't know if he just got lazy or what, but
if you ever get a chance, I know you live in California, right?
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance to see Joey Diaz or Joe Rogan as a comedian, take that chance.
People have told me Joe Rogan's super funny.
He's ridiculously funny. I love the dude because of his podcast, and he's accomplished a lot in his life. I look up to him. He's a really cool guy. Even outside of just his UFC commentary, he's a really cool dude and he's done a lot. But his comedy, I went to see him just because I was a fan of him. His comedy blew me the fuck away. It was hilarious. I was laughing my ass off for like 2 hours straight. And that guy deals with hecklers better than I've ever seen anybody deal with a heckler before.
Let's get it on.
Oh hey, there's still a game going on.
Yeah, now we're back into this game. Okay, let me rattle this off because there's a whole bunch of people that you should check out if you're interested in comedy. Eddie Izzard is one of the best comedians in the entire
He dresses up in
world.
drag, he's English.
He's a transvestite, he's fine.
Yep.
He's so funny.
I've seen his stuff before.
Mitch Hedberg is fantastic, especially strategic roll locations. That's great stuff. Jim Gaffigan is one of the funniest people on the planet. Beyond the Pale is probably his best album. As Tempest Hole on to 2. Skeleton King minion finally going to cancel it, but Flynn's Bunch taking a whole bunch of damage. Lap can die right off the bat, but what you got, going to pay for it. Now Drent's also dead. There's a spider onto Gauntlet, and that's going to be his death. Gemini trying to run away, but the energizing pop getting popped by the Legion side, realizing that's not the greatest thing. Don't really need to try to kill him. And the ultimate from Ophelia with the buyback. And that saves Keizu for a time being. They still do kill him, but now Beavermanger's in some trouble as he's going to drop to Spider. Of course, does not miss uphill thanks to the level 4 ultimate on Arachna.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
And apparently, they don't really want to play Scrim anymore. But
A Hellborn barracks has been destroyed.
see, that's a joke. It's fine, people.
A Hellborn
But
barracks
Rax can be
has been
taken here by the Legion
destroyed.
team. And it looks like SynC is probably going to take this game too.
The all chat is real.
Yep.
Kraken missing completely.
Whatever. You right there, Anthos? We'll see.
Oh, you know, I'm good.
And Fuzzy Sloth's jumping right into Bombardier. Yeah. Go, retard, go. That sounds about right.
Huh?
Did you see Fuzzy Sloth basically jumped right on top of Insania? And
Yep.
Insania ran away, and apparently Cholo Simeon is saying "Go retard, go" in Skype call. Courier is down. Yeah, CC vote being called by Legion.
They CC.
They called the courier.
Can we pause? Nice. Oh, that's great.
Some good words up here from Drents. Let's put one in the lane and run right on top of this mountain, because that makes sense. And he's even able to get away. Oh, Anthony Jeselnik. I like him a lot.
I'm trying to think of ones that you haven't mentioned yet. Greg Fitzsimmons.
I don't know him.
He's pretty awesome. Have you, I don't know. I'm not going to refer you to a podcast because it's a big time investment.
It is. And there's a hook back from Gauntlet onto Kraken. Mix actually might be in some trouble here. Nope, he pops the ult to the Shrunken Head and the ultimate. Gonna get some counter kills likely. And Mickey takes one person down with him. He is finally gonna die.
After getting his bloodbath.
Yeah. Not a big deal. And Drents is leading the way. Glacius in the front lines. It's not a great plan, and off the side, Gauntlet gonna get jumped as he tried to do the jumping. There's a Tempest Hole. Kaiser actually will not walk right into it. He'll pop the ultimate, or Shrunken Head, and try to kill this Glacius. And yeah. What you got did get him. Where is Carrie?
Where's Carrie?
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Let's copy paste that.
A Hellborn barracks has been destroyed.
Well.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Farming a glorious field of wheat.
The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Wait.
Give me Insania.
He wants Insania. He wants Insania's butt. But it's not gonna happen. The shrine is dying.
Defeat. Legion
Well,
wins.
If you noticed, we sort of stopped talking about that match at some point because it got kind of over a little bit.
That was a throw, if anything else.
I mean, really? I don't think it was a throw.
Maybe I'm tempted to call it a throw because it was 7-1 hero lead, but SynC just outplayed them towards the end. Their teamwork
Yeah.
is impeccable.
I think it was just that. It was just SynC was just a better team.
Arachna ended with 628 GPM on a hero that does not farm that well.
It's because he got a Thunderclaw.
Yes.
Thunderclaw.
Looks like we're gonna see another game.
Yeah.
Come on.
Wu Time Bucks, yes, big bucks. It's a pretty fantastic name. We did comment on it earlier, so. Anyway, I don't know if they're gonna go again, but we can kick to a break real quick here, and we will be back with something. Not sure if it's gonna be more scrimcasting or if it's gonna be more Gold Division replays, but something will definitely happen. So stick around, you guys.